Okay, so all the ties are on, and the next step is to test fit the turnout on. Make sure it will all fit okay. And I'm looking to make sure that all of the PCBs fit okay, that the wires that I soldered in fit okay. And the only thing that I notice that's an issue is this PCB board tie is right on top of this wooden tie. So that means the wooden tie is going to have a little bit cut off it. It's either that or move it, but I'm going to choose to cut it. And that's all it. Yeah, everything's looking okay there. So next up is glue it. Shake the snot out of the glue. This is what I'm using, contact adhesive. And I get tips with it, little plastic tips. Put the tip on. Now for applying the glue, I just want to apply it along here where the rails are going to hit. So get some glue coming out here, and just a little drop right there where the rail is. There where the rail is. Rail, 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 rail. Okay, so I put contact glue along there. Now I need to put contact glue along the rails. So all we're doing here is just spreading it on here. Now this works much better if you hold it up like this, but for demo purposes I'm doing this. Now of course the other thing you have to do is get it on here without touching the inner rail or the throw bar. It looks like need a little bit more right in there. Okay, that looks good. Now keep working around here, staying away from that next rail. Okay, this is now fine. It's you can see there's kind of it's gone a little bit dull, how you can tell. Or you can touch it with your finger and it's not sticky. But once it hits the other stuff, it sticks pretty much instantly. So you don't have a lot of chances to get this guy in. Or to reposition it. Back to my wood block again. Because my wood block, I can press on I can press a lot harder here. Of course, with the plate glass underneath, it's perfectly flat. In fact, I could run this along this way or this way and press everything down. It's contact cement. It's getting hard contact. And heat. Apply it to the rail, and the glue will bubble. And this happens before the solder will melt, so you don't have to worry about melting solder. So I did the end pieces, then I'll come back here and do each of these guys. Okay, all glued in place. The next thing I'm going to do is take a new sharp X-Acto blade and trim off the ties along there. In order to do that, I need to turn it around because I'm right-handed. Now all I'm going to do here is just hold the ruler over the edge, and then what you can't see is with that held over the edge, go in with the X-Acto knife and cut the ties. I don't know why I use the ruler as a guide. Just move the blade up to the edge. And you can see, try to clear away the debris here. What that ends up doing is it just cuts them all off nice like that. So I'll do the rest of those. Okay, so those are all cut off now. You can see it's nice and rounded there. Got all these little scraps of wood. In fact, I do save those. I don't know why. I'm OCD, I guess. Well, I know I'm OCD, but the OCD part of me just saves those as wood scraps. I don't know whether I'm going to build something sometime in the future, but I always find that when I decide, oh, I'm going to throw these out, then I find a purpose for them, and then have to make them out of. So now that I have this on here, I need to get rid of the blue tape on the bottom, so we'll just lift it up like this. Okay, and now I no longer need this template either, so we can get rid of this. Okay, it more than served its purpose. Now, normally for the normal turnouts, I have this taped to the underside of the glass plate so I can do everything on top, and then I don't ruin the paper, but then I have a jig to do everything in too. So now all I do to strip the masking tape off is hold down the ties so I don't accidentally pull one, although they're all on pretty firm, so that shouldn't happen. And then just go ahead through here and pull off the masking tape. Voila! And toss that away, don't need that anymore. And what we're left with is a curved turnout that I've built. And at this stage, sometimes there's a little bit of glue that'll hinder this guy, and I may have to do a little bit of filing in here, but I'm going to let everything set a lot better before I do that. But right now you can see that it's moving back and forth pretty good. Final check with the NMRA. Let's just check the track gauge going all the way down. Make sure that it fits, that it's not binding. Yeah, and it still fits all the way through there. Go along this leg. Goes through everything. Here, let's just throw this to make sure. Go back through here again. And a little bit of a tight spot there. I may have to bend that a little bit more. And then through there is fine. So overall pretty good. Now on to planning on the layout.